back, you laughing.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Block now on first down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let him know. Protein spill. Safety creek. Watch the eye. Sean, go. Hey, Echo.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Broncos.
Ready? Mike 57. You want this? 61. Matchbox lights. Watch twin. Hey, lock it. Check out. Hey, Alpha. 5.
From midfield, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Pilot, 64, reach, let's go.
Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, team 6.
Clock going to go on fourth down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Jackson now. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
You draw quarter. Now.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Slam. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now again, right side, Gibson. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Nice hit.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the... And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. He'll pitch it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Set. Christian, travel. 30 base.
On first down, Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Ready. 70, Indy. 80 weapon. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, exit. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Yes. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Hey, watch the lane. Hey, check Michael Allen.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Undercross. Look at me. Go. Smooth. Fight.
On third and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Muhammad Wilkerson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Ravens will get it. First and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Yeah.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Let's see what you got.
He's got a first down past the 30. The 40. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 5. Let's go.
Locked to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from... This is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Jackson from the shotgun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go! Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check three. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey, I-7. Go.
A final shot before half for Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Match box right. Hey, dude. 57, come on.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
57, come on. 57, come on.
I got it.
Throwing now is Locke. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. No.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Hey, Hayward. Nice.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Hey, orbit.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
52's the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, Mike.
Ready?
2nd down and goal. Lock. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check Leo. Slam. Hey, Charlie. Check Michael Allen. Check Pilot, 64. Weak. Let's go.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Check. Fresno. You're out.
Check 99.
Hey, Foxtrot. Now.
To throw it is Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the Ravens' 35-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Check Mike 57.
Shoot!
They look to throw. It's Locke. Being chased out left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
Get some penetration here.
Blue jaw Porter. Get it.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Here's Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Bravo! 52,
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's
At
get
the
it.
14-yard line.
Here we go. 50, plant. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 43. Jumper. Out.
Hey, Echo. Greystone, travel.
Hey, check Michael Allen. Switch. Hey, check Michael Allen.
Hit it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
Check Michael Allen. Silver.
Hey.
Check Michael Allen. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
80 weapons.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. This is Grant. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Jackson on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Mike, 57. Let's go.
Ready?
After the turnover, here's Locke. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Denver.
Ready up.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Our time. It's our time. Hey, check.
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Shoot. Kill.
General West.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Great.
Clock now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for 2. Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So with 13 on the clock, it's time for an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go. Go play. Ready? Hey, it's coming up. Hey, zoom.
Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more like coming.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.